Shedeur Sanders, next head coach, per NFL insider Adam Schefter. Cam Newton, boy, he went in on Kevin Stefanski and the Atlanta Falcons. We getting ready to talk about it right here on Sports Talk. We'll be Watts. Do me a favor. You got to do me a solid. Hit that like button. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't subscribed. Hit that notification button. It'll let you know whenever I go live or drop a video. Will you do that for me? All right, family. Let's get this show started. Let's go, let's go, let's go.
Yes, sir! Yes, sir!
Adam Schefter, a NFL insider, was on the Pat McAfee show talking about the possibility of the Cleveland Browns hiring their next head coach. Adam Schefter is suggesting that the Cleveland Browns is either going to hire Jim Schwartz, the defensive coordinator right now of the Cleveland Browns, or two other rookies coaches that they are interviewing in this process, right? We already know they interviewed Grant Udemski today. And on Monday, they're going to interview Nathan Shedeur. Shedeur is with the Rams, and Udemski is the offensive coordinator, or we can say play caller, for the Jacksonville Jaguars. So Adam Schefter is reporting that, and that's where I believe they're going to go to. It's going to be one of those three, going to be the head coach, and one of them going to be the offensive coordinator. Or one of the young guys going to be the head coach, and the other one going to be the play caller. And they're going to keep Jim as the defensive coordinator. That's where it's looking, and you can see Andrew Berry ain't in no rush. He isn't in no rush about hiring his next head coach for the Cleveland Browns. He's taking his time. He ain't worrying about the media. He ain't worrying about Mary Kay talking about. He ain't worrying about what Tony Rizzo talking about. He ain't worrying about what ESPN Cleveland, none of the Cleveland Browns media talking about. Andrew Berry is doing his job, making sure he get the right candidate for this organization, because the organization got a bad reputation when it comes to the NFL football. They got a bad reputation. And Andrew Berry seemed like he trying to stir this ship right. And we got to see what he's going to do. I believe he's going to get it right. No, he may not hire the guy that I want as the head coach. He may not, but I believe he's going to get it right. He's going to get this part right, because the main thing is getting that offensive coordinator and play caller right. I care less about that head coach. Get that offensive side of the ball right. And he vowed during his press conference, his last press conference, he's going to concentrate on the offensive side of the ball. And I believe that's what he's going to do. Let's listen to Adam Schefter when he was a guest on the Pat McAfee show. Adam Schefter.
Cleveland, to me, it seems like the Browns are looking at one of these young offensive minds, whether that's the Jaguars offensive coordinator, Grant Udemski, or the Rams passing coordinator, Nate Shedeur, or Jim Schwartz. And I think that that's something that they're going to be looking at strongly, because if you want to keep that defense, the continuity of it, you can't hire another defensive coach. You got to keep Jim Schwartz, and he's got to be the head coach. And these young offensive-minded head coaches, it's up to the Browns to determine when and if they're ready. So to me, that's the Browns' choice. One of these young offensive minds or Jim Schwartz.
That's Adam Schefter was on the Pat McAfee show talking about Shedeur Sanders' next head coach. Which candidate will come out on top? It's going to be interesting to see what the general manager does and who he's going to bring in to be that head coach. Once again, I just believe he must get that offensive side of the ball right. Yeah, the offensive coordinator, whoever the play caller is important. It's crucial. It's imperative that he get that side right. So Shedeur can cook. And Shedeur going to be that QB1. I don't care nothing about no Deshaun Watson. I don't care nothing about no Dylan Gabriel. Shedeur Sanders is the best quarterback on the team. He's the quarterback that started the last 7 games of the season, and he should get that first opportunity in training camp to be that starting quarterback. And don't forget, free agent starts on March the 9th or March 11th. One of those days. As you see right there, there's a wide receiver out there for the San Francisco 49ers who the general manager and the head coach, Kyle Shanahan, say won't be back with the team. This boy was straight out baller when he was healthy. He was injured last year. I don't think he played none during the season. But, hey, man, also, let me let you know about this. Andrew Berry wanted him before he signed to Jerry Jeudy. So it's going to be interesting to see, will they go out to him, this wide receiver for the San Francisco 49ers. He's a free agent, and you got A.J. Brown. He kind of, don't want to be with Philadelphia. Will Andrew Berry make a trade with Philadelphia for their wide receiver? Andrew Berry came from that organization, the Philadelphia Eagles. And you got the Dallas Cowboys wide receiver. He's up for free agent. Will they go after him? Big time wide receiver. Let's see. Will Andrew Berry do something at that wide receiver position during the free agent time signing period? It started March the 9th or the 11th, and I can't wait to see what Andrew Berry going to do to boost up this offense. This is his team now. His name is on it. He must make good of every decision that he getting ready to make. All right. Look here. Cam Newton, boy, he went in on Kevin Stefanski. Cam Newton is from my home state, Atlanta, Georgia, right? Cam Newton said, man, what is the Atlanta Falcons doing? Hiring Kevin Stefanski. Didn't win but 8 games in his last 2 seasons. You ain't developed no quarterback since you was at Cleveland Browns. And Arthur Blank want to bring Kevin Stefanski to Atlanta? Cam Newton said the NFC South is the HBCU's division of the National Football League. Oh, yeah. Cam Newton said they the blackest of the blackest. You got New Orleans, you got the Carolina, and you got Atlanta. Lord have mercy. Let's listen to Cam Newton went off on Kevin Stefanski. Cam Newton.
We seen what you did with Shedeur. And it was unacceptable.
Yeah.
See, my thing about Kevin Stefanski is this.
Yeah.
Who has gotten better from the player's perspective that you can hang your hat on? Bro, players, from what we've seen, don't get better with Kevin Stefanski. You're inheriting something that's already great and ready to rock and roll. My question and issue is, how are you going to make them be the best version of themselves? For this to be the first move that Matt Ryan made.
Come on, man.
What they said at Home Alone, what the mama say? Kevin! I said, wait, what? Kevin Stefanski? What? We seen what you did with the good brother Shedeur, a member of the culture. And you landed in the most culturist of culture. It ain't no blacker division than the NFC South. You got Atlanta, Carolina, and New Orleans. That's the blackest division in all of football. They say,
Hold on. We can't scatter y'all out. We gotta put y'all all in one.
the NFC South is the HBCU of NFL football.
Oh, very.
Slack me at the Billy go right there.
And what you think Kevin Stefanski gonna do with this quarterback situation?
He better figure it out. You got Michael Penix, who is almost a second coming of Shedeur, the left-hand version. You seen what you did with Shedeur, and it was unacceptable. Who has gotten better from the player's perspective with Kevin Stefanski? The Atlanta Falcons, they're a young team. You got Michael Penix as your quarterback, Drake London as your receiver, Kyle Pitts. Your team is young. You're inheriting something that's already great and ready to rock and roll. My question and issue is, how are you going to make them be the best version of themselves? Survey says, with your resume, that has not been the case.
That's Cam Newton talking about Kevin Stefanski being hired as the Atlanta Falcons head coach. Cam Newton said, you ain't developed no quarterback. And the way that you treated Shedeur, man, how in the heck or what in the world was the Atlanta Falcons owner thinking about, and the president, Matt Ryan, thinking about bringing Kevin Stefanski from the Cleveland Browns to be the head coach of the Atlanta Falcons. Man, make it make sense, man. Make it make sense. But hey, I'm glad he gone. I'm glad he away from Cleveland Browns and Shedeur Center, along with Tommy Reese too. Move them on. Let Atlanta deal with that headache. But we getting ready for our upcoming season, and we can't wait to see Shedeur take another step forward, being an NFL quarterback and a franchise quarterback for the Cleveland Browns. Look here, ladies and gentlemen, you watch another episode of Sports Talk with P. Watts. Do me a favor, do me a solid. Hit that like button, subscribe to my channel if you haven't subscribed. Hit that notification button, it'll let you know whenever I go live or drop a video. Will you do that for me? All right, until next time, y'all be blessed. Peace.